Welcome to another video, a walk on the wild side, and I am here in Blackpool. It's a Sunday morning. The time is 6:45 in the morning. That clock up there on the Edith Centre is wrong. It says 5:15. That clock. Why do these clocks on the buildings? Why are they always wrong? They're always wrong, aren't they? Get the one on the Woolworths building over there, which they did up a couple of years ago. That's wrong as well. But anyway, it's early morning here in Blackpool, and it's the night after, the Saturday night, of course, with the young farmers who have been all over town last night. Probably the busiest night of the whole weekend. So the young farmers will have been tearing it up in the clubs and the pubs of the town centre. And what I thought I'd do is I'd come out early and we'd have a little look around and see if they've made a bit of a mess. It's a while since I've been out this early in Blackpool. So let's go and take a little look around and see what it's like. Never. Snap. I've got the same camera as you. Oh, look at this. We've got some stragglers over here. Look at that there. They mustn't have got it back to the hotel. Look. Oh my goodness. Is McDonald's open? McDonald's is open, isn't it? Yeah, McDonald's. This McDonald's is open at, what would it open at? 5:30 or 6 o'clock or something like that? There you go. So this is how it looks in. Oh, look at this now. Look. So I'm just with Paul at the moment from the Blackpool lads. There's a look down Central Drive. It's absolutely dead down that way. So we've got a couple of young farmers heading that way. We're gonna head this way towards the town centre. The council have already been out sweeping up, you know. And they've already been, they're on it, the Blackpool Council, I'm telling you. But so we'll go and see what it's like a little bit further in. I can hear music already. Yeah, I can hear the Beach Boys now. It's they're having a disco already here in Blackpool. So this is Paul. He's always up early, Paul. I'm a bit of a, well, I don't know, it's ages since I've been up early. So we're going to take a little look around and we'll see what it's like. As you can see, the council, they're already up, they'll have been up. Well, they'll have been up at 5 o'clock or earlier than that, won't they? Yeah, they've got the little wagon here picking up the rubbish. So we're just across from McDonald's here. We've got someone outside who's made a bit of a mess outside the McDonald's there. Look at that there, look. There's always someone begging outside the McDonald's, isn't there? Yeah, that was the first McDonald's that we... You know, I was just waiting for the Beach Boys to go off then because I'm a bit worried about background music. I've just been talking to Paul about the music in the background, but we do have ways of filtering it out. So this is how Bankhay Street looks. We're just coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm going to head straight up this way, past what should be the Sands venue, this here, and the hotel. And it's all a little bit up in the air at the moment, isn't it, this? What do you think, folks? Yeah? Anyway, we'll carry on. I've just spotted another one there, look. Imagine that being out all night. Oh, did I ever spend a night out? I probably did, you know. I think I did a few times. We did probably, you know, never come home and probably end up... I know I used to go to the snooker hall in the olden days, a 24-hour snooker hall, centre queue, that was just off the promenade. I used to go there. So if you count that as not going home, and then probably finally getting home at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that, maybe, as it was coming light as well, because it would probably be in the summer. I mean, this road here is normally buzzing, of course, during the day. A busy shopping street, Bankhay Street, just behind the tower. Let's have a look at the tower, shall we? We're making our way to where all the main pubs and the clubs are, where the young farmers will have been last night, and some of them probably still are hanging around. Though that's one of the famous Blackpool concrete plants. They're very famous. Yes, Blackpool Council, they do like the greenery. So here's a shot of the tower from right underneath. I can hear a street sweeper just up here. I'll tell you what, Blackpool Council, when it comes to street cleaning, they are on it. Hiya. We've got a comedy club here, look at that there. I think that used to be called Swan's nightclub, was it? You know, some things never change in Blackpool, and this is one of them. Boots, here on the corner of Bankhay Street and Victoria Street. Hasn't changed a bit as far back as I remember. This store here is still exactly the same as what it was when I was growing up. And they've got that glass lift there, which I've never ever been on. Maybe I'll get myself on the glass lift one day, what do you reckon? Look at this, look, someone's lost their shirt. Saw a bit of that when I did that video the other night. A few of them lost their shirt. But we're making our way now towards, I'll tell you what, that bin's had a bit of abuse there, hasn't it, that wheelie bin? Someone's lost the fish and chip box there. Blackpool does get a little bit of abuse, of course, you know, with all the visitors that come, and they leave, a lot of them leave rubbish along the sea wall, and the council have to pick up all the mess here, as you can see. I can hear a load of bottles being emptied into a recycling bin just up here. Now there's the old Leonards Jewelers there, been shut down for quite a while. I believe they're going to be turning it into a hotel or apartments or something. That's a grand building. Look at the date up there, look, 1874. The old Leonards Jewelers, and they used to have a clock on the outside. Anyone remember the clock they used to have? Just up here. I remember getting the bus in the olden days. You'd get on the bus there and you'd look at the time on the clock. Well, there's a lot of wheelie bins around. I think these are like emergency wheelie bins, or maybe it's just a typical day, you know, putting rubbish out, I don't know. They probably will have had to have quite a lot of extra bins. Let's have a little look over there. Paul's over there somewhere. You still see a lot of sawdust. A lot of the clubs put sawdust down to welcome the young farmers and make them probably feel a little bit at home. So we're just going past, this is Coyote Ugly, and this used to be the Revolution bar. So we're now looking south down Market Street, and this will have been absolutely banging last night. Paul told me that he filmed a video last night. I didn't go out again last night on the Saturday. I decided to stay in. But if you watch my video from Friday night, you'll see that this area here was absolutely rocking. Outside the Coyote Ugly, we've got the Brannigans, and just over here the Wetherspoons as well, and up there we've got the Yateses there. They were all in Yateses. Looking a bit dead at the moment though. Check out the machine there. Hey, that's alright, isn't it? What do you reckon? They've got a few of these. Okay, so we'll leave Market Street behind and we'll head up this way. I'm now on Corporation Street, just going past the new council offices, behind the old town hall there, coming into Talbot Square, and again Talbot Square will have been absolutely rocking. Check out my video from Friday night if you haven't seen it. Over there we've got the Trilogy. The Trilogy was the main venue. I think that's where they had the AGM in there, if that's what you want to call it. That's what they call it, the AGM, yeah. The Young Farmers AGM. Just up from there is the Sacred Heart Church, a nice church that. As well. Got another machine here, sweep it up. It looks like they've actually beat me to it, the council. They've actually managed to clean up most of the rubbish before I got out. I'm a bit too late, folks. Anyway, just at Paul's up here, he's got ahead of me, Paul. You can check out his channel, I'll put a link in the description. We're now onto the Strand, and let's have a look. Just up here on Queen Street. Well, there's a few wheelie bins full up here. Look at this here, look. Wow. Look at this here, look at all them bin bags there. And you know, the thing is about bin bags is that the seagulls, they like to get into these bin bags, don't they? So we're just round the back of the Trilogy. It's like the back doors there, isn't it? Look at all the takeaway. Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable, isn't it, that all these people, so many thousands of them, I don't know how many, they're going to cause a bit of a mess, aren't they? But there's Pop World there, another one of the main venues, as you can see. It's still got a load of sawdust. But, you know, to be quite honest, I'll tell you what, I'll just turn the camera around. I'll just bring Paul in. What do you reckon? I think it's gone all right, hasn't it? You know, a lot of people don't like the young farmers because they cause a bit of trouble, but they have done in the past. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, they've been really well behaved the last couple of years, really, haven't they? You know, they've brought plenty of money into Blackpool, and, you know, a bit of rubbish you can expect. So, I mean, yeah, they've been really well behaved, and everyone seems to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah, since I've been filming them, everything seems to be all right. I know there's some people out there that don't like them, but on the whole, I think over the last few years, I think they've been all right. They've probably been told to behave, haven't they?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, they do like to party, don't they? Oh my goodness. So we're just making our way down the Strand towards Queen Street. And I came down here on Friday night and you could hardly move in here. It was, oh my God, it was absolutely stuffed with young farm. We've got a few seagulls out here looking for pickings. I tell you what, their council, Blackpool Council, they deserve a medal because they have been out and they have gone to town. There's the Walkabout. That was another one of the main venues there. Walkabout, always welcome the young farmers. Just look at this now, look. Queen Street, so quiet. I could hear a pin drop. Let's have a look the other way. I'll just quickly show you this way. Oh look, that's a yellow-legged seagull there. Oh, a yellow-legged gull. Can you see? It's got yellow legs and slightly darker wings than the herring gulls. Just a bit of nature information for you. So that's where we've just come from, Talbot Square there. Nice view of the tower. Just here we've got Feastabout and Sixabout. I wonder where they got those names from. Yeah, I wonder. This is Queen Square. And actually, you know, Queen Square is quite nice. They've got these planters here, which, well, they probably could be a bit tidier, to be quite honest. We've got this big, massive bench that goes all the way around. And sometimes in the summer, they'll put like a garden there with fake grass. So it's quite nice, Queen Square. And there's an old photograph of, I think it's Eric and Ernie riding bikes, and they're riding bikes just round here. We're actually stood where the great Morecambe and Wise did a photo shoot on bikes. But that's the Soul Suite, of course. And just up there we've got an old sign there, look, to North Station, with a finger pointing this way. So yeah, all quiet in Queen Square. So we're still on the Strand. And we're now around the back of some of the other clubs. Just down here is the back. You see that building there? That's the back of the what used to be the Princess Theatre. Was it the Princess Theatre? So we've got some bins here that are looking a bit. That one's been tipped over. So yeah, that building. Look, can you see that there? It's got Beer Keller on it. Beer Keller Blackpool. I didn't know there was a beer keller down there. We're just round the back of the Bee's Knees. That looks nice and tidy, doesn't it, with the mural? We've got a seagull on the top looking out there, look. Got a bit of a car park here. So yeah, that building there, it's massive. Yeah, that's one of the oldest, well, I don't know, it's I can't remember that ever being a cinema or a theatre. I always remember it being nightclubs, like the Business, Main Street, and it was also Club Sanook for quite a while. So we'll head back this way towards Queen Street. Here's a look at bar 19 at 7:15 in the morning, looking very, very quiet. And just next to that is Notorious. What's that place down there? Did that used to be the horse? Oh, the Crazy Horse. Not seen that open for a while, have we? I wonder if something will happen with that. We've got another sweeping machine just up here. I'll tell you what, you've got to hand it to Blackpool Council. I thought we'd be looking at a bit of a bomb site, but they have absolutely gone to town on this rubbish. They were ready for it. So we're just up to the corner now, and we've got these hotels, which I've featured quite a few times. A Continental Hotel, derelict. Looks like someone tried to have a go at it one time. It's just coming round the corner onto Abingdon Street. We've got the library over there. Look at all these weeds here in the front. We've got a couple of other hotels here which are connected to the same building. The Carlton House and the Allendale just up here. But you know, these weeds in here, I can see docks and things. Docks are hard to pull out, but I tell you one thing though, that's nothing compared to these things, because you see these things here. This is Japanese knotweed. I mentioned it in my video the other night. Look at this. This needs reporting. I hope the council know about this, you know, because that there can break through anything. Japanese knotweed, yeah. That's the Allendale there, look. It's been fly posted. But yeah, look at that there. I think the council need to get onto this and do something about it. Otherwise that could, if that spreads, could be trouble. So we'll head to the top of Queen Street and we'll have a little look round here, shall we? Up the Markelly's end. Is there any young farmers going to Markelly's? I don't know if it's their sort of venue, but they did seem to be all over the place. The young farmers, they were all over the place. They've got their favoured venues, of course, but this is Markelly's North. It's one of those areas that's always quite interesting. You know, at night there's always something going on around here, and of course we've got the trams as well. The trams have now come into it now with coming up here, and you've got people falling out of the pubs and trams beeping away at them. It was interesting on Friday night when the trams came into Talbot Square, and all the young farmers were all streaming across the tracks, and but the tram drivers, they have training, and they know how to, you know, they know how to avoid people, and they've got the bell and all that to ring, and the horn. So it's pretty rare that anyone gets hit by a tram. Well, there's a Trilogy. That was the HQ. It used to be called Home at HQ in its last guise, and before that it was Rumours. I remember it mostly as Rumours. Yeah, Rumours. And before that it was Jenks. A lot of people talk about Jenks. So we're back into Talbot Square again. This is how Blackpool looks. We're now probably about 7:30. It's starting to wake up. I'm starting to hear a bit of traffic. Let's head along the promenade, shall we? And we'll have a look. That's a nice RS5. I bet that can motor, can't it? But yeah, this is how it looks on the prom. Turtle Bay there. This is the Yateses. They were absolutely packed into Yateses. Look at this here, look, sawdust. They've still got the sawdust, but I don't think they mind too much about that, do they? Shenanigans as well. Blackpool Promenade at 7:30 on a Sunday morning. This is how it looks. Let's head up this way. Yo! Someone's shouting at me there. Wow. Got a fan of the channel already. Heading to the sunshine. We're just coming back up onto Market Street again now. This is where all the buses come here. They had to reroute the buses as well for the young farmers, yeah, so they had to reroute some of them. So well, there you go, it's looking pretty tidy. So I'm now on the comedy carpet and we're heading towards, oh, come on folks, just look at this. Just look at this view. Look at that. Don't you just wish you were here in Blackpool right now? So there you go, that's it for this video. We had a little look around the town on the morning after the main Saturday night of the Young Farmers here in Blackpool. I think they're still here tonight, but I'm not too sure whether a lot of them will probably head back off home. The main event is now over, and I think I agree with Paul a little bit. I think they're good for Blackpool, and you know, a lot of the rubbish that has they do make a bit of a mess, but it's probably no more than you would expect for a lot of people. If anyone knows how many came, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. It's got to be, well, several thousand, isn't it? You know, but I don't know. What do you think of the Young Farmers? Do you think that they make a bit of a mess? Are you not a fan of the Young Farmers? I know there's some people that don't like them. There are certainly some people that don't like them. They've had bad experiences in the past. So I'm just making my way up the steps now. So that's it. I think that's it for another weekend of the Young Farmers. And the council, big credit to Blackpool Council, the street cleaning team. They've done an absolutely cracking job. They beat me and Paul to the rubbish. I was looking for streets full of rubbish where you couldn't even see it probably was like that last night, but they've been on it, so you got to hand it to them, and they've done a cracking job. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'm going to leave you now. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.